Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Thursday, March 3, 2022. Tomorrow is the non-farm payrolls report. And the market has bounced here over the past week or so. And I figured we would take a look at what has happened in a similar market environment. We're still below a 200-day simple moving average, but the recent bounce from last week up until now has put us over a 10-day simple moving average. Today, we are trading pretty flat as we head into the open, so we're trading right around yesterday's closing price. So I'm going to take all of that information, put it into a single study, and see what that has led to. Let me go ahead and set it up here in Discover. I've grabbed all four instruments. Setup will be based upon entering the market long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, exiting at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, as I said, currently we are trading fairly flat. The S&P is trading right around where it closed. The Nasdaq's down a little bit, but nothing drastically here this morning. The other markets are just slightly up as of the time of this recording. So since we're mixed on the opening locations, instead of using a gap up or down, what I'm going to do is use this gap size instead. And I'm going to say that the opening location is within 25% of the 5-day ATR from the prior day close. So all I got to do is type in 25 here as a max size of gap. And this is using the 5-day ATR to determine what that is. And the S&P's 5-day ATR is currently 111 points, so it's pretty sizable. So 25% of that's about 28 points, and this filter would mean for today at least, the opening location could be within 28 points of yesterday's close. Now, historically, the ATR hasn't normally been that high, so normally an ATR in the S&P is going to be much smaller, which means the gap size would be much smaller when you're only taking 25% of it. All right, let's go into the indicators library, put us in a similar market environment. We closed above a 10-day simple moving average, but below a 200-day simple moving average. And on the market events section, it is the day before the non-farm payrolls report. So I've added all that information. Now I can click View Results. All right, here we go. These are the results based upon entering the market long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, exiting at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time, when it is the day before the non-farm payrolls report. You're in a similar market environment, which is above a 10-day simple moving average, but below a 200-day simple moving average, and the open is within 25% in either direction of the prior day closing price. Historically, just 16 samples in the S&P, so we are working off small sample sizes. Keep that in mind as we go through this. NASDAQ, 12 samples, 11 in the Dow, 24 in the Russell. If we look at the win rates on them, the S&P extremely strong. 88% of these have closed above the open, but again, keep in mind that's just 16 samples that we're looking at, and it is easier to get these larger win rates when you're working with smaller sample sizes. So consider that as you look at these win rates. The NASDAQ, 50%. The Dow, 64%, and the Russell, 58%. If we look at the average moves, average loss larger than the average win for the S&P. NASDAQ has a larger average win. The Dow, pretty similar in size, and the Russell, pretty similar in size as well. So we're a little bit mixed here on what side has had the bigger moves on average if you look at it as a group. The win rates on them are all at least neutral or favored. There's none that are weak. So historically speaking, if you average these all together, it does lean a little bit more towards the long side historically, which what this is saying is when I say it leans towards the long side, it's favored a close above the opening print historically. So hopefully you found that helpful. Good luck today. We'll see you next time.